which is, what do you think is the best part of being a single parent? I'm just going to nick what you said because it's easy. I just think that feeling of actually, I'm not sure I ever get it right, but actually, you know, when you do just go, it is just me doing this and this is it, and look at that bond, and I am working this and I am strong and I can do this, and actually, yeah, loads of shit happens in my house and I don't get into bed on time, and then tomorrow it'll be like, oh, they've slept in, now I can't get ready for school in time, and all that, you know, I'm always chasing my tail, but actually I'm doing it, and I'm doing it really well, and they love the socks off me, and that's all that cares, and that is all my life is about at the moment, is for my kids. That's why I'm working from home, and that is, my whole life is for them, and, you know, and I just think that bond actually is probably tenfold now than what it was, because I ain't sharing it with anyone.
Yeah. Definitely the best bit for me is making all my own decisions.
Yeah.
I just love that. Yeah. It's so nice to just be like, oh, well, this is my house and I get to decide. That I'm in some ways probably not as independent as other parents that don't have disabled children, because I'm very dependent on school, I'm very dependent on respite. I can't do everything with my son on my own, I just can't. So that's been hard to come to terms with. So in some ways it's a bit different for me, but it is very much everything is my choice, and I love that aspect of it. It's really, sometimes I listen to my married friends and I think, don't miss it actually, don't miss it.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a massive sense of achievement. Like, I've been doing this by myself for a long time now, but you know, potty training, getting off the bottle, like all those kind of like milestone things, I've had no support whilst doing it, and come through it, and he's fine and I'm fine, and yeah, it's a real great sense of achievement. And also time, like, oh my goodness, what did I do with my time before I had children? I have become like the master of logistics. I can, you know, make stuff happen and weasel in time wherever possible. So yeah, being able to like massively be an amazing time manager, it's been incredible too.
I think one of the things for me is that being on my own has kind of really been the gateway to kind of like finding myself. Okay, hashtag cliche. But if I wasn't on my own, I wouldn't have done all the work on myself, and I wouldn't have been okay with like what you were saying about being okay in your own company, like not scrolling all the dating sites, looking at all the twats online, and just thinking, I'm distracting myself from this pain of like this heartbreak. And I think when I made the decision to be like, I'm going to feel all the feelings, because if I don't, I'm going to be distracting myself from this horrible pain, and I'm in 2 years down the line, I'm going to be talking about this with a heavy heart, and I'm not working through this at all. And so I did it. I did all the, you know, crying at mum's groups and WhatsApping my friends and getting them all to come over and all of that stuff. And I cried when I needed to, and I never held back. And I told people, and I felt it all. And I didn't really have a choice. It was like, it kind of engulfs you. And then, so for me, one of the best things has been like, that has just made me just draw on my own resilience and strength. And I don't think that, so now I can talk about it in a way where I don't really have resentment for the person. I definitely feel a sense of loss, the loss of like your future family, the loss of the ideal of what your life would have been, and but I feel so happy. You give us a present. I feel so happy like being on my own. Like I never would have thought that 2 years ago. I was bereft. And I think one of the things is just, you know, feeling all the feelings, accepting that this is a loss, like this is a bereavement. You haven't lost the person. Some people may have, like, your partners may have died or, you know, got really unwell, but it is a loss, and it's okay to grieve. Like, you need to grieve, because if you don't grieve, you're going to be carrying that shit around with you forever, and it's not a healthy place to be. So I felt all of that, I felt all the resentment, and now I feel so like what everyone else has said about autonomy, and feeling like I'm smashing this, I can do this, and meeting loads of other people, like, wow, God, like, you know, I'll be honest, the only time that I met single parents was when I was a social worker. My mum was a single parent, but there was no one else in my social circle, and then it was only when I became a single parent that I've met so many like other amazing, inspiring like women, and like they're smashing it.
That's the perfect way, I think, to end this and bring it all together, because we are doing an amazing job, and I think we all need to give ourselves credit for what we achieve just by the time it gets to lunchtime sometimes, let alone, you know, days, weeks, years. You know, we really need to remember that, especially when it does get tough. So yeah, we're all here and can reach out. I know that many of my followers know that I will always respond. If you're having a shit day, I will always do my best, and I know there's such a good community on Instagram, so just look there if nothing else, and always reach out. So thank you. I'm going to finish it there unless anyone has any other questions that they want to ask. I'm going to leave it there, and thank you again for coming, and thank you for watching. If the sound comes out and you heard anything, great. And hopefully we will try again soon. Thank you.